Let me ask you something. Have you ever built something not just to exist, but to mean something? Not just for income, but for impact? I didn't step into business just to offer a service. I stepped in to stand for something more. I remember I was 24 and all I had was intention and impact in my heart. In a time and space where quality was fading, where standards were crumbling, where people were offering more, but meaningless. I wanted to build something that felt like soul work. This isn't the story of how I built a business. It's the story of how I answered a calling and how that calling led me to create something that would ripple far beyond my name. If you're someone who's ever felt the pull to build, not just for now, but for legacy, this story is yours too. I was just 18 when I first encountered what would later become my calling. At that time, I didn't even know this field would one day be my profession. I met a woman, a true master of her craft, whose work in our niche industry in Ghana stood out in a way I had never seen before. She was different. Quietly so, though. Her service was clean, purposeful, pristine. She wasn't just offering service, she was offering truth. In an era where our field was becoming heavily adulterated, diluted in practice, broken in form, devoid of authentic values, she stood like an oak tree, still, rooted, powerful. She didn't follow trends, she followed standards, and those standards imprinted something on me long before I ever trained for my kind of work. That meeting planted a seed. Years later, at 24, after studying and completing my final lap of training in London, I came home bright eyed, full of hope, ready to start. I returned to Ghana with no business yet, only a vision and a sense of reverence for what I had seen and learned. I began apprenticing under the same woman, the one I met when I was 18, who inspired me tremendously. And for nearly 2 years, I worked beside her. She became my mentor, a lighthouse. She shaped my beliefs around what it truly means to offer service from the inside out through authenticity, inspiring leadership, technical integrity, and unwavering standards of excellence. And for her role in my life and my formation as a practitioner, I carry deep, enduring gratitude. She taught me the why and not just the how. Toward the end of that mentorship, I began noticing a persistent gap. Our field was still largely misunderstood. It lacked structured pathways for career development. It was often undervalued and worse, underpaid. But I didn't see a failure. I saw opportunity. I felt a clear inner call to take what I had learned abroad and through my mentorship at her feet and to pour that back into the soil of Ghana. I wanted to raise the bar of service delivery, bring international standards and insight, refine the professionalism of our industry, and most of all, dignify the experience of both the clients and the workforce. Because I knew this when we build people, the people build the business. So I got to work. I built my business not with blueprints or projections, but rather with purpose. I was fueled by love for the work, respect for the craft, and a desire to protect the soul of the profession. This business wasn't just about making a name. No, it was about changing a narrative, changing how clients were served, changing how practitioners saw themselves, changing what we expected of the industry and what the industry could expect from itself. My goal was never to just serve, it was to elevate. And over the years, through every pivot and season, what I've seen is that heart led business creates impact that outlives product. It's not just about your marketing or your margins that matter. After having spent almost a decade and a half in my business running it, I can tell you this. The most sustainable business plan is purpose. The best brand is integrity. And the greatest legacy is what your clients remember you by. It's what your team embodies. Because my greatest achievement hasn't been revenue. No, it's been the people I helped raise, the people I built, and those people built the brand. And that became my quiet legacy. So I ask you this: what are you building? And more importantly, why? Drop it in the comments below. Let's share the intention behind our ambitions. If this stirred something in you, share it with a fellow dreamer, a fellow builder, or a fellow mentor. And before I go, a soft announcement. We are nearing the end of phase one of my monologues and musings. And this month of July, I'll be wrapping up our arc on femininity, magnetism, and leadership. One or two more episodes to go, and then a new theme awaits. So stay close. It only gets deeper from here. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for leading with heart.